Welcome, I'm Rabbi Phil Bressler of Beit Am in Corvallis, Oregon, and this is the daily summary video for the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Yomi Daily Halakha Learning Project, covering the passage from Sivan 94 Seif 9 to Sivan 94 Seif 19. You can find links to the Hebrew and English text of this passage and to the calendar of upcoming passages in this video's description. We're going to continue talking about Eruvei Chatzerot, so the mixing of domains into one to enable carrying on Shabbat. Now, the conceit of an Eruv Chatzerot is that everyone involved co-owns that loaf of bread, so therefore everyone has the right to eat it. So if you're the one making the Eruv for everyone, and the bread was initially your bread, you can't be resentful if someone does in fact come and eat it. The loaf has to be kept somewhere accessible for everyone involved, giving them the opportunity to do that if they want. And you should make an Eruv for each and every Shabbat, and ideally eat that loaf of bread that you used during the day on Shabbat. Although you can also make an Eruv for multiple Shabbats or to cover multiple Shabbats by basically just stipulating that that's what you're doing when you're making the Eruv, and by using bread that won't spoil over however long you intend to make the Eruv for. You might want to do this, for example, leading up to Pesach when you're trying to get a handle on all your chametz. For the Shabbat of Pesach, in fact, make an Eruv, but do it using matzah. If Friday preceding Shabbat is Yom Tov, the Eruv has to be made on Thursday. Can't do it on Yom Tov. Part-time residents of a chatzer, of a courtyard, in such a case, basically the rule is wherever you eat is where you officially reside. So if someone is a part-time resident of your courtyard and also lives somewhere else, if they come there to eat, that's their official residence, and they got to be part of the Eruv that you make. Not necessarily where you sleep, though. So if they sleep somewhere else, or if they only sleep in your courtyard, they may not be required to participate in your chatzer or in your Eruv. If you have guest renters, someone who is a guest renting out the apartment of someone who lives in your chatzer, there are different opinions on what's involved there. Some say that if the guest is living there less than 30 days, then they don't prohibit others from carrying. Others say that guests, their status is basically just the same as tenants, and they have to be involved in the chatzer too. If you have one Jew who is sharing a courtyard with one or more non-Jews, there's no one else for that one Jew to make an Eruv with, and so it's not prohibited for them to carry into that courtyard. However, if you have two or more Jews living with one or more non-Jews, so like say there's a courtyard, and even if just one non-Jew lives there, the non-Jew does prohibit them from carrying, and an Eruv will actually be ineffective as well. That is, unless the Jews rent the non-Jew's residence from them. Note, though, a non-Jew who rents an apartment from a Jew doesn't cause this issue to occur. That's still considered a Jew's residence. So how do you rent the non-Jew's residence from them? Basically, you ask them. It has to be for money. You have to give them some money, even a negligible amount. It can't just be a gift. They can't just give you permission to carry. It doesn't work like that. You don't actually have to explain what it's for. I'm imagining how this conversation might go, probably something along the lines of, listen, for religious reasons, I need to give you a gift in order to, I need to symbolically rent your apartment from you so that I can move around on Shabbat. You may not even have to go that far. You can just say, here's some money. I'm giving it to you for religious reasons. They're really not affected by this in any way. It's not really an official, real rental. It's a symbolic rental. I mean, the Eruv is symbolic in the first place as well. So they're going to continue to live there. Everything will be normal for them, but you and the other Jews in that chatzer will be able to make an Eruv and carry there on Shabbat. That's all for today. As always, our learning is dedicated to Rabbi Shlomo Gansfried, the author of the Kitzur, and the historic Jewish community of Usharad, Ukraine. See you tomorrow.